So how y'all doing? Did y'all enjoy part one? Did you enjoy part one? Part one was so good. I'm sorry. That was such a good conversation. It was so good. Yes, we are live with the House of LaBeija, the one and only. And we are starting part two now. Hope y'all are ready because we are continuing right now. Hi! How are you? How are you both doing?
How are you?
Good. Give us an introduction. Who are you, lovely people?
I am Vivian, the overall mother of the House of LaBeija.
And I'm Freddie, the overall father of the House of LaBeija.
Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for lending your energy. I know you both are very busy people, so thank you for making time for this. So what are your roles as overall parents of the house?
Could you repeat that? I didn't hear you.
Yes. What are your roles as overall parents of the house?
Oh, shit.
Well, basically our role is it's so many different things. It's like governing, a whole house, but in the midst of that, you're dealing with your life issues. You're dealing with the kids' life issues inside and outside the ballroom. And what we basically is learning that you take the good and the bad with just everything that comes with building a family.
It takes a village. It takes a village in a couple of countries.
But that's so like you have both of you have a large responsibility for the success of your house.
Yes.
Can you tell us in what ways?
Like presentation wise, like we're a house that's geared on family and the uplifting of youth and youth that's been in the streets. We're here for basically to be a safe haven for that you can come and express yourself.
Absolutely.
Like it's a really hard task. Like it's a really hard task.
Really?
There's ups and downs. It's a lot of moments that you like go
You feel
through.
vulnerable, and it's good to feel vulnerable with people that actually care about you, and we can get past it and move forward and uplift each other.
Yes. What qualities are you hoping to inspire your house kids?
Could you repeat that one more time, please?
Yes. Which qualities must overall parents have to inspire their house kids?
Um,
I, I can personally speak from my aspect. Um, like I've been through a lot of issues. I tell people that I went through a major drug addiction. I've been homeless. I've slept on the street. My mother got killed when I was 7 years old. I was raised by my grandmother. I went through child abuse. Those are the type of things that I use to like inspire individuals because we know that a lot of people in the ballroom team, for the most part, come from uh, traumatized backgrounds. So sometimes when you express that to individuals, they may be able to identify where you're coming from.
and then me being from trans experience, I've been through a lot through with escorting and things that survival such things as transgender has to do to survive every day. I'm a victim of black market silicone injections, and there's a lot that I got my daughters. I need to nurture my daughters and nurture them in a way where they don't make the same mistakes I made. They don't, and then I came out in the same era, like, see these days, the millennials, they don't have to do and have to go through the things that we have to go through. So that we get better to guide them and show them, like, we can't, what and what not to do.
So it's like you both are taking on the role of like actual parents.
Yes.
Yes. Um, and and that's very important for people that don't have that structure at home. Um, so how long have you both been members of LaBeija?
Well, for me, I've been I I was off and on the LaBeija. There was a moment where I was a LaBeija. in 1989. 1989 was when I first joined the house of LaBeija. And after about 3 years, I left and became a Revlon for a quick second. But then I came back. So I actually like been back on the set because I was going back and forth in incarceration. So there was a lot of MIAs, and that goes with what I explained to you in the beginning, like some of the stuff that was going on, like in my lifestyle. So there was approximately about 20-year period where I was MIA. So I actually came back to the scene in 2013 is when I came back in the scene.
And for me, it's been actually almost 6 months. Kind of a house.
No, it's okay.
Five
Yeah.
colors. I'm the one who's boom, here I am, come get it.
Yes. Okay. And that's the only way to live, right?
That's right, boom, come get it.
So what sets LaBeija apart from the others, and what made you want to be the overall parent of this house?
I love the unity and the family aspect of it first, and the uplifting and the nurturing outside of ballroom. Because ballroom is the extracurricular activity,
Right.
and we encourage our members to have lives outside of ballroom. Ballroom is not supposed to be all of your life.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you had to ask me that question, what makes us different? For one, we are the first house.
That's right.
And then second, I would say one thing about LaBeija, people that know, there's some people that can identify and know what ballroom is, and there's some people that don't. And with ballroom, you have to take the ups and the downs. And with most houses, things that may go on in their house you do not know about, they keep it a secret. And one thing about LaBeija, secrets is not out there. I mean, secrets is out there, and we just keep moving with it being out there instead of hiding.
Right. Hiding it, harping on it, letting it hold you back. You keep going. And I think that's one of the things about LaBeija that a lot of people that are not in ballroom have expressed. They know the name LaBeija without knowing much about ballroom. And I think that in itself speaks volumes about the kind of house that you have created, the legacy that you have created, and the legacy that you have kept going throughout all these years. So I think that's very important that people understand, like, it's not all perfect. It's not perfect. Just because somebody has the perfect effect on the floor, just because somebody walks, that category very nicely, it doesn't mean that as a house you are a family. So families go through things, and it's normal. So I think that's very important to mention. So Vivian,
Yes.
one of the things that was like that we were supposed to talk about, and I want to kind of ease into this, is violence against trans people, in
Yes.
particular violence against trans women, Black trans women.
Yes.
And you knew somebody in Philadelphia
Yes.
that that was murdered. So if you want to talk about that, you have the floor.
But I know she was a really sweet girl, and she didn't deserve what she got and how she was murdered, how she was killed. I watched her grow up, and it was just sensitive because I'm a victim of gun violence and transgender, hate crime myself. I had a home invasion, and my boyfriend was shot 2 times in the face in my life.
I'm sorry.
So it's like that's why I nurture my girls. Everything good is not gold. Because everybody think our lifestyle is just so easy, and we just make it so effortless because we have to go in the poker face because we can't let everybody see when you crumble now. Because you gotta keep pushing, gotta keep it moving. Because if you get stuck, that's a horrible place. You don't want to be there, and especially living trans.
Right.
You second guess yourself. You always gotta have the confidence to be like, I know it's gonna be weird, but I gotta keep doing it.
Right.
I gotta survive. I have to eat. I have to have a roof over my head. Have a family to take care of. So, that's a lot of stuff, to keep in mind when
Right. And I'm very sorry for your loss, of course. That must
but I got
be
justice for Adam. I got justice for him. The guy who murdered my boyfriend, he got life without possibility of parole, and he had about 6 to 8 other charges, and he got 10 to 20 years for each one of them. So he's very under the jail.
Good.
You
Yeah.
know, I could finally sleep at night.
Yeah. I'm glad you got your justice, first of all.
Yeah,
So that's important.
Of course. I was at every court date. There you go. That's
Yeah.
right there.
As far as being a black trans woman, because that's a very particular set of circumstances for a person,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
How does being a part of a house give you comfort, or how does that give you more of a family? What does that do for somebody that's ostracized in the world normally?
Because it's a safe haven. Just to know that you got somebody that's out there that really care about you, that does not want you to do something strange for some change, and like this is something that you can come and be yourself. And we meet our kids generally where they're at. We are very accepting. We help. It's a beautiful thing. Like
I agree. It's definitely a safe haven for a lot of people, and I think what the two of you represent as far as overall parents, I need people watching to understand the weight of what you do. So not only are you taking care of yourself, you are selflessly taking care of others. And you are constantly taking care of others and making sure they are okay, making sure they're on the right track, making sure they are eating every night, making sure they are safe and healthy and sane, go to school.
Going to college, going to work.
Right. And it's not like you are, like what Crystal was saying, this is not a nonprofit. There's no paperwork.
No,
you know what I mean?
No paperwork. This is, so we doing all this from the muscle. So it's not,
Right. So this is from the heart. You know what I mean? This is both of you doing this from your hearts and because you care and because you know you're building something that's bigger than yourselves. So what advice do you have for folks trying to figure out what houses they belong to, or they're looking for that community and they haven't found it yet?
Choose wisely. Make sure your house matches your goals and your aspirations that you want to do in your life. Right. Choose wisely and make sure they're really there for you. And you just choose wisely.
Okay. I think. Oh, Freddie, do you want to say something?
No, I can basically say what I can say is because I was listening to the questions that you were asking her, and it's all in the process about each one teach one, and I can say that she was a rough around the edges, and in the beginning, but with time comes, what I have learned is that when you communicate and get to know people, you can kind of get to know where they come from, because there were certain times when Vivian first came on board where I would be Vivian, you got it, Vivian, blah, blah. But by that happening, it caused her to open up a little bit more and let me know a little bit more about her. And in the process of that, it has been teaching me as well as her, and then she's learning how to teach others.
Right. And I think that leads directly into our next question, which is how do you both work together to meet all of these goals? It's a lot. It's a lot to do.
Sometimes I be gagging myself because there's so many personalities, and we have to. The child. Here we go. We get it together, and we always, my motto, and I think my motto is go big or go home, and my kids go big because they're not going home.
It's a battle that you have to do. I tell people is that where I learned that is from looking at the soap operas, looking at any of Tyler Perry movies. To me is inspiring because it's something dealing with family, whether it's a family or whether it's a relationship. It's some type of relationship, and you see the ups and downs in those relationships. So I basically use that, and it's hard. It's really, really hard. Like there's spaz out moments. There's moments where we cry. There's moments where we curse each other out. There's moments where we disagree. There's moments where we do agree, you know. So it's just all up. And then when you sit, you can go into rage, and then when you sit back later, you know, you just realize that like some stuff makes sense, some stuff don't. What does make sense, we work with that, you know, and try to get, you know, like on the same page. But it definitely a tag.
Right. How many people in your house do you have under you that you are working with?
How many?
Yes.
Approximately 47.
Wow.
It's, and that's in NYC, you know, alone. You
Right.
know, there's some people that are waiting to come, you know, but we're trying to wait till we get out this pandemic to like basically have a meeting. Like everybody's still like basically, you know, coming up out that pandemic. Some people are still in the pandemic, so you know, it's just a process. But yeah.
And that's a lot of people to be responsible for. That's amazing. That's really amazing. What both of you are doing is really amazing. Um,
Appreciate
when people are looking to join the House of LaBeija, right? What are you looking for in that person that you know they should be a part of your family?
Um,
you. Loyalty.
I would say, she says loyalty. I would say the first thing that I ask is what they're bringing to the table. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that you're walking on the ballroom floor, but you have to be bringing something to the table. And if there's certain things that you're not working on in your life, we would, you know, recommend that you do these things.
Because we do have services that help kids, find jobs and housing and other stuff that they would need get access to.
Yeah, so you know, it's just about taking them through a probation period. But like if you say you walk a category, okay, do you have a clip? Do you have a video clip? If it's someone that's for face, we would examine them right there and then. And I mean, we see that they fit for the house. We invite them to a practice, and then we audition them.
And so, like, one of the things that you said, Vivian, is loyalty. That's the first thing you said. And Freddie, you said, "What do you bring to the table?"
Like,
Um,
I'm sorry, I need you. I'm sorry, I need you.
yeah. What questions are you asking, or what are you looking for to figure out if a person is loyal enough to join your house?
It's when I look for loyalty, I look for the person that's dedicated, that comes to every meeting, that's dedicated, that's not that lives and breathes LaBeija from the muscle.
Right.
Not just I'm just here for the accolades and oh I'm this and I can do this and but it's no, we have to really be here.
Right.
For the good, the bad and the ugly. Sometimes they be again, you gotta be running the house is all it gets since I've been here it's been a good thing.
Just to add to that, a lot of people like to be in the house for the name sometimes. Like, so,
Yes.
you know, also to add to that loyalty, you have people just come for the name and then you never see them again. Whatever it is that they say that they're coming for. They can say that they're coming to walk a category and they don't even walk. They can say that, oh, I make this, I design this, and, you know, they beat you in the head with that. And then you sit back in the probation period and you are
90
not,
days on one pass and you be like, girl, what's the tea?
you're not seeing any of this. So,
like, what's the game?
so like if you, I mean, it's to sign up for the work. If you're
Right.
going to do the work, do it. If you're not, and some people will tell you bull crap. Like
Right.
you can't even get them on the phone.
No.
And it's always, oh my God, I had something to do.
I had to
Oh,
work.
I had to work. And sometimes, like a lot of times, sometimes people come to you with bogus stuff. So.
And I can imagine because LaBeija is a name that people know.
Right.
So when people come, you have to sift through the reals and the fakes of
Yeah,
of
of
what's
course.
what
You always put
who's
to,
coming.
always a screening process.
Yes. Um, so what makes LaBeija? We talked about what sets LaBeija apart from other houses, right? But what makes LaBeija continue the legacy? What makes you want to continue the legacy of LaBeija? What makes the name something that you want to continue for generations and generations so it lasts another 150 years? Why are you so dedicated to this work?
It's the very first house.
Of both. We ain't going nowhere.
Right. Right.
I mean, if you can continue the legacy, why not?
Right.
Like, I mean,
First house
and
of
then
all.
you still have living members that was there. Why not?
Yeah.
Right. Right. And you're doing this in their name, and you're doing
Yeah.
such a good job of it. That was my last question, by the way. I just want to say thank you both so much for doing this. Thank you both for being for. Okay, hold on. I need a minute. Okay. Thank you so much. No, seriously. Thank you both so much for not only continuing the legacy, but creating a safe space for younger Black and brown people to go to. The both of you are your people that a lot of younger people look up to and go to for support, for advice, not only to join the house, but they look up to you, even if they're not in your house. So
Yeah.
I thank both of you for being that for the community and to continue going and living your best lives and be vibrant while doing it.
Right.
Where can people find more of your work, and where can people find more of what you do?
Well, I'm on the overall mother LaBeija on Instagram.
You also can go to the LaBeija project page.
Okay.
And then we also have a Twitter page. You can go to our Twitter page, find us on Twitter.
And the official house of LaBeija.
And the official House of LaBeija.
Okay.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
The official house of LaBeija on Instagram.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you both so much. We are now going to hear from the pioneer, Junior LaBeija. So thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you.